Today I'm going to show you how to make your chicken chimichangas. I'm going to start with the filling. I had previously went ahead and made my tortillas, and if you want to check that out, you'll have to check that out in another video. So go ahead and look at that other video, get your tortillas ready, and get that ready to fry. So let's go ahead and get our filling made so that we can get our chimichangas for dinner. I have here 1 pint of chicken. I'm just going to add that to this bowl here. Now this is chicken that I've already cooked. I did this when I made my chicken broth. So this is my rooster meat, basically. This is my rooster meat that I preserved with my chicken broth in there as well. Has a little bit of chicken broth in there as well, and it's a lot of meat for 1 pint. So I am only making 3 big chimichangas because there's only 3 of us. So, but you could probably make 4 depending on how much you put in here. But okay, there's my chicken meat. I am going to add some green chilies. Gonna do half a can of green chilies. I'm going to add my rotellas. I also have some rotellas here that I'm going to add to this. And half a jar of rotellis. Okay, get that in there. And that's that there. I'm also going to add some seasonings, which I have some birria seasoning. You can use some barbacoa seasoning. You can use whatever spices you want. Cumin, chili powder, garlic salt, garlic pepper, onion powder, that kind of thing if you want to. This just makes it a whole lot easier. Gives a little bit more of a flavor. So let me rinse this off. Put my water here. Where's my towel? So I want it to stick. I want it to be clean. So I'm just going to add enough spices in there. Let's see if I can actually measure it. I'm so used to just doing it. So bear with me. Here is 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Depending on how spicy you like it, remember, if you're not into chili flakes, just be careful. You don't have. You can make up your own concoction. I do have a recipe of some carne asada rub. It just depends on what kind of flavors that you want to add to it. But most of the time it's going to be cumin, chili powder, onion powder, garlic salt, garlic powder. You could add some 6-tone pepper spice in there if you want to. Like I said, that just depends on if you like it a little spicy or not. But here we have just a good mix of spice here. And I'm going to taste it to see how spicy it is. See. Okay. Just a little bit more. I'm going to add probably another teaspoon of spice. And let's see what that does. Kick it up a notch. And I really like that what is it? It's not the birria, it's the birria, it's the other one. Spice too. That's really, really good in this chicken. As you can see, the more you mix it, the looser that chicken is, so it's coming together just great. It's gonna be two chicken blocks or whatever you want to call it. Okay, and I'm going to add 1 more teaspoon, I think. 1 more teaspoon. So that was 4 teaspoons that I added to it to give it that flavor. Perfect. Okay. It's got spice, it's got heat. It's great. Alright. Then I'm going to get my beans ready. Now here I have some refried beans. Vegetarian refried beans. And we are going to, where's my spoon? Oh, I gotta get another spoon. I'm going to do half of these refried beans. Good on that. There we go. Do half. And then to that, I'm also going to add some Tostitos queso blanco. And I usually make my own queso, but I had some of this, so I'm just going to use this cheese. And let me get a measuring spoon out. See what I want to use. Let's try, say, a quarter cup of this cheese in there. Just a quarter cup. Mix that up really well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the bottom of my burrito. So that's going to give it a little bit of flavor, more spice. I'm going to give it some cheesy bean flavor here. Okay. And I also had made some homemade verde sauce. I might have to put that on one of my videos too for the verde sauce, because that's really good too if you ever just want to make, your own verde sauce. That would be good. Some of that in here too, but let's just taste that, make sure it tastes good. Now this, I kind of just want it to be plain. I don't want it to have too much spice. I want this to have the spice, and I want this to kind of meld together. So I don't want it too much spice. So we'll just leave the beans like they are, and I will put the chicken on there. And then I also have my shredded cheddar cheese to go along with it. So let's get my tortilla made for my chimichanga. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven on, get my oil heated up, get that nice and hot. And I want that to be at least 350 to 400 degrees. You want that to be that. And then get your burritos made and put them in the fryer. So this was just to make your burrito filling. That's all you need. These 2 things and some cheese. And I'm going to show you how to roll that up here in a minute. Let me get my tortillas out so I can roll them out. Okay, as my oil is heating up in my pan and my gravy, my jalapeno gravy is going on the stove, it's heating up. I also added to the chicken, I did end up adding 1 teaspoon of my barbacoa. The barbacoa So do add 1 teaspoon of your barbacoa, and that's plenty. So I'm going to get in my bag. I'm going to grab, this is what I made today, my tortillas. This one is for my chimichangas, which is 2 tortillas put together. And I'm just going to roll it in my hand. Going to give it a nice shape. Make sure all the sides are nice and round. See, just like that. And then I'm going to take it, dunk it in my flour. Make sure all of it's nice and covered and coated. I'm going to take it out to the side. Put that on here. Take my rolling pin. That way and that way. I'm going to take it and put it back into my flour one more time. Dunk it in here. Good. And start rolling. It's nice and flat. See where it starts sticking to my tabletop? That's what you want. You want it to start sticking to the tabletop. You've got it rolled out pretty thin. It should be big enough. It should hold its shape, just like that. And then I'm going to add my filling. First, I'm going to add my beans. That was my bean and cheese. Give it a little. Make it pretty. Don't really care because you just want to eat it. This is going to taste good. Sometimes it's nice to have a little prettiness. Then I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese to the bottom, not the top. Most people add the meat and then the cheese on top, but I find that it's very hard to roll. It's easier to roll if you add the cheese after the beans. Remember, that's 2 different cheeses. I have queso and then I have shredded cheddar cheese. So, and I have separated this into 4. So I can make 4 chimichangas out of here. Probably tomorrow I'll save one of these and then make it probably for lunch or something tomorrow, depending on how I feel. But I'm just going to start adding that on top. Make sure you get your tomatoes in there. Now you could add rice. You could put beans, big beans in there, little beans in there. It's totally up to you what you want to add to your burritos, but you could do, like I said, beans and rice. That would be fine. You wouldn't have to season the rice or anything. Just add the rice on there. There's a lot of things people stick in burritos, but for the chimichangas, the chicken chimichangas, this is what I like to do. I'm going to go ahead and roll this up. So I'm going to take the sides first. I'm going to stretch over the sides. And I'm going to fold this over, kind of give it a little bit of a tuck, kind of form that burrito. And then I'm going to make it just like this. Oops, I forgot to wet it down a little bit, didn't I? Get my I'm just gonna stick it with some beans. Should be fine. There we go. A little bit of pinches here. Keep it together. A little bit of a pinch. Not sticking very well, is it? Maybe I should have done the water. Okay. That's one burrito. It's gonna be ready for the fryer. Fryer's still not ready yet. So I'm gonna set this aside. Then when I do the next one, I'm gonna go ahead and get a little thing of water. Let's see if it'll seal better. Maybe I could get away with the beans, but I don't think it's gonna seal very well. Wash my fingers. Okay. Let's do the second one. Pull that out. Same thing. Gonna roll it up. There you go. Toss it into the flour. Take the rolling pin. Toss it in the flour again. And I'm going to roll it out. Some space. Just to start sticking to the table. Get it thin enough. Enough. Again, we'll start again with the beans. Beans on there, some cheese. Meat. Fingers. Some in there. Okay. I'm going to take it to the sides. Go ahead and get my water. Get that water down a little bit. Fold this over. Tuck it in like a burrito. I'm going to roll. Kind of form it as I roll. Pinch kind of around the area. Make sure that this stays together. You don't want it to come apart when you're frying it. So I just pinch it a little bit. That's two. Got one more to do. And then the rest of them are my tortillas. chimichangas. Roll it in the flour. Give me some space here. Okay. Roll it back into the flour. Start to roll again. Get it out then. Get out the way for a little bit. Kind of in my way here. There you go. Get it then. Okay, beans. Beans. Cheese. Cheese on that. The meat. Separate it out a little bit. There you go. Do the sides. Grab some water. That. Sides. There you go. Push this forward. Give it a little bit of a tuck. And roll. Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Do a little pinch. I kind of smell my oil right now. It's getting hot. I can smell it. It's on the stove. I don't have my fan running right now because if I did, you wouldn't be able to hear me very well. So, got that done. I got all three of them ready. Now I just need to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the stove and we're going to head and go cook them. Okay, my oil is at 350. Take that out. Go ahead and set this in there. Just be very gentle. Center one end. Just lay it in there. Okay. I'm just going to let that cook nice and brown. Excuse me. And this is my jalapeno gravy that I've already made. I had actually canned it, and so I didn't have to recook everything again. So I just heated this up. So I'm just going to use this jalapeno gravy. If you want the recipe for my jalapeno gravy, you'll have to go to my Mexican chicken, and it's under my video for Mexican chicken, and it has the recipe in there for just the jalapeno gravy, so you can find that there. So you can look and see it's starting to bubble, get nice and brown. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Careful not to splash yourself. See how that part right there is nice and brown? Now's the time to get out all your stuff that you want, like salsa, sour cream, extra jalapenos, sour cream. verde sauce. If you want that, you can have some of that too. What else you put on there? Crema instead of sour cream. I got my plates, get my plates out. Get those ready to serve. Knives and forks, because you're going to need those. If you wanted to, you could heat up the refried beans, the leftover refried beans, and put them on the plate with it, or have some Spanish rice with it as well. To me, this is a meal. You really don't need anything else, but if you want more than that, go for it. Make yourself the rice and the beans. It's just a lot. This takes care of everything. I'm going to flip it again. Be really careful. And I'm going to do that to each of my chimichangas, but I'm going to take the first one and I'm going to go ahead and plate it up for you. And so you can see kind of what it looks like. None of the videos don't really, I don't know, I mean, they're not good clear videos, so I can only give you what I've got. I mean, I'm no magician at the videos, but at least I'm showing you how it's done. Turn this back up and get this hot again. It's still warm, but I want it really hot. Take these and we'll set them out here on this paper. And I've got it the nicest brown that I want, nice and crispy and hard. You can feel it. It's pretty hard. So you want nice. Okay, I'm gonna get mine ready now. Put the sauce in there. Pour that sauce over top. Sauce. Can I have a sauce? And then I gotta put my cheese right here on it. A little bit. And then some sour cream. Stealing it from my daughter here. Just a little bit of sour cream for me. Okay. And let me go ahead and cut into this so you can see what I'm talking about. Nice, crunchy. Crunchy outside. Let me lift that up in there. Look at that. Delicioso. Some out here. Get some sauce. That first bite. The jalapeno gravy. And have at it. Blow on it because it's going to be really hot. Look at that cheese. It's just melting. Two thumbs up on that one. It's really good with the jalapeno gravy. Well, some people make a cheese sauce and they put on top, but that jalapeno gravy just sets it off, sets it apart from any other chimichanga you have ever had. So please, get that jalapeno recipe that's on my Mexican chicken video, and the recipes in there for the jalapeno gravy. Please use that. But please try this meal. It is so good. Hopefully I've taught you something today, something new, and enjoy.